What is going on, everyone? My name's Boy, and I'm back with some Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the bottom of the map, or the left of the map, this hand. It is Rapl, and he's playing Odin. In the right side of the map, playing as Odin as well. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Yes, on the right side of the map, playing Odin, his name is Baritchola. What's happening here in my life? The map is Alfheim. Both players find their starting hunt nicely. Living the dream. Rapl moving his cow up because he wants to get max value out of his great hunt like the legend he is. And Baritchola opting to not cast it just yet. We'll see what... Oh, there's the great hunt getting a bunch of caribou, a bunch of cows. Now, here's the thing. I'm not sure that was the most worth if you just want to get a hunt. You do get more maximum food from your herdables, but you get more hunt if you do this. Because obviously, like, you could get like 10 instant, you could get like 20. If you had 10 cows and you great hunted the cows, you could get 10 of them because they have like, they start at like 70 food or something. So 10 of them will be 700. You get 750 food total from the great hunt. But if you have 5 caribou? Yes, if you have 5 caribou, you just want to great hunt that because then you get an extra 5 because you get 750 food. That's exactly what Baritchola's done, and I think he gets more hunt, so he'll have a little bit more resources early on. Rapl will have a little bit more resources later on because he's going to have more of those huntables. So we'll see what they come up with, if it matters or not. Who knows? And it does look like we have not found Rapl's deer just yet. They are down here. So hopefully he checks this one out. This is a classic case of I didn't use my cows to scout and I have missed my hunt. And that feels bad, man. But he may spot it. I mean, the deers may pop out. They may just walk out into the line of sight there. But yes, if you're ever... He scouted with his cow at the back, but yeah, always scout on the corners here, especially as Norse. You know your opponent's not going to be doing the corner scouting with his Ulfsa because he has to build a temple in his base. So you got all the time in the world. And such is life. What is Rapl doing? He doesn't want to go onto that wood line? I guess he doesn't want to go onto that wood line. Now he's going to make 2 of those dwarves like he normally does. Same thing with Baritchola. So we've got 3 dwarves. 1 more dwarf will be enough to advance. And how many villagers on food? He's got 6. It's like he loves the 6 villagers on food. And the 420 advance. No, he's gone for an extra dwarf here. He doesn't have the food. He has the food. What's the 5th dwarf? Fair enough. Rapl on the other hand, a little bit behind here. He will be advancing now, but he's forgotten to click up. Well, he's very short on food here. That's not good. Not sure what that's about. Does he have 7 over here? He's got 7 on food as well. Must have made some sort of a mistake. And now the Raven does spot the deer over here. So he knows he's found them. Feels good. And Rapl going to be searching around with his Raven. Up the top of the map, there's nothing up there though, apart from a gold mine. We do have some relics here as well we can chat about while there's nothing going on. The Kopesh of Horus, not the biggest relic in this matchup, though. No, probably not. The Armor of Achilles here, actually a huge relic. Must grab, because everything does hack damage, and your infantry-based army is huge. Flagstone of Buchen over here, and we've also got the Scarab Pendant. Some fairly useless relics apart from that infantry hack armor relic, but see if that one's grabbed. House is going up for Rapl, playing nice and defensive. He's done this every game. Walls up early, play defensive, and do your Fang. So moving forward, Hogni Biscuit Tongue. Imagine that. Imagine having a biscuit for a tongue. What a time to be alive. And he could grab this. He loves to build walls, so I'm surprised he doesn't grab that relic. Doesn't matter quite a bit. And a forward longhouse here for Rapl. Changing things quite a bit. He hasn't done this before. Got some longhouses going up. Same with Baritchola. What is this? wild. You can run into some real issues here. And Rapl just going to be chilling here. He's actually throwing up 3 longhouses. We'll see if he goes for infantry or not. But Baritchola's got that big advantage of 5% extra hack armor. Does that go onto the Ursa as well? No, they do not count. They do not count. The Ulfsark moving in with 33% hack armor versus the 30% hack armor of Rapl already. And now we're moving in onto this hunt. There is still a couple more deer here, and he will be retreating away. The Valkyrie getting chased by the Hersa here as Rapl moves onto this straggler tree so it doesn't get done by any random shenanigans. And now the Ulfsark spamming out onto this location here. He can move forward and take these caribou. I'm not sure he knows about it. He is eating the bear though. Actually, I think this may have been a Rapl Raven though. So he may know about the caribou though, so he can go and steal those. Meanwhile, actually caribou over here. It's weird. What can you do? And we do see Baritchola retreating back through this location here, through the wall. And Rapl moving in here. Okay, making some throwing axemen as well, making every type of unit he possibly can. Ulfsark going to be leaving this location. The boar, not the boar, the bear. The bear are too fierce, not the boar in this map. Going after these villagers. Actually going to be able to pick off 2 here. This is huge for Rapl. What insane micro from those bears. That's super unlucky. He just lost 2 villagers to next to nothing. And the village moving up onto these caribou here. And we see Rapl moving in. Going to be able to take down some gatherers on this location here. And Baritchola not paying attention. Hey, thank you so much for the 1,500 bits, Patrick. Appreciate your calm words. But we are watching villagers getting killed here. Nothing is better. Could see a forest fire here as well. As we do see Rapl throwing that one down. Going to be doing a lot of damage to this Baritchola army. And Rapl taking these guys out here. Lots of low HP units here. If he doesn't lose any, he does have the Odin regeneration though. So he's going to try and get away. Does lose 1. There can be a forest fire here by Baritchola as a revenge hit. Going to force Rapl back. Nice play there. And now we've got the raids over here taking down straggler units. Nice play by Baritchola to defend against this one. Population is 73 to 77, but you got to garrison these units in, and we do see some raiding cavalry getting built for some reason by Rapl trying to keep his Ulfsark alive that he's popping out of this longhouse over here. And now we've got Baritchola back into the home base of Baritchola. He's got his units in here. He's spamming out those throwing axemen, trying to get those going. The Ulfsark's trying to take this down, but he will be able to pop out of this and should be able to fight this if he brings his army in. These throwing axemen need to retreat into this army. He can speed walk them in here. If you know anything about speed walking, it's an important thing to learn. Does turn around. He's going to be fighting this a little bit. These Ulfsark do have lone wanderer, so they will be dodging quite a bit. The raiding cavalry popping out, going to be slowing these guys down, attempting to get some sort of a path block there. Does not get it there. The caribou just about to end. And what you should do here is take these villagers off of wood, put these villagers onto wood, and shut down any sort of situation there. But he may actually be in a really rough position as the Ulfsark going to be able to spot this as they're running straight past each other, and Baritchola spots it here. Straight away going to pick off 1 villager, pick off 2 villagers. This is just as big as the pickoffs that Rapl got onto Baritchola as Baritchola gets him back onto Rapl. Rapl does get away with the rest of his villagers, but not with the ox cart. That is a big win there for Baritchola as he's going through here nicely, but no upgrades for him. Rapl's upgrades, also no upgrades as well. And now the Ulfsark still running around. Rapl's walls should have thrown them up over here. Just saying, could have been a thing, but he's not going for it just yet. And the medium infantry has come through for both players, and the gold mines starting to expire here. This could be a classical age all-in, maybe. Are both players going for it? Yes, they're both still heavily in the classical age. Husbandry hand axe coming through for Rapl now. But Rapl not paying attention. His army is Actually, it's probably about the same. Probably not going to get a win here. Even if you go for this attack, it's going to all come down to the micro of the raiding cavalry. And get those to make the throwing action dodge. It's going to be everything. The Ulfsark here trying to snipe down some, I guess throwing axeman here trying to snipe down some Ulfsark. Villagers getting pulled off that wood line there. And Baritchola is out of there. No problems. Really poor Raven usage here. You need to have them on top of gold mines. Important. Gold mines. Does he know about it? I guess he would know. He's been there. He's been there on this gold mine. He should know that it's on. When his gold mine expires, he should realize that your opponents do as well. If you're even remotely similar in skill level. We are moving up onto this large gold mine, which I like. It's a good choice. Nice and safe right on top of the longhouses. The Ulfsark over here, but they don't have Lone Wanderer. And so he's not going to be able to kind of retreat away from this. And because the Ulfsark attacks so fast, they slow the Ulfsark down even further. Or at least he'll get a couple more hits on. But most of the Ulfsark will live. And he should be able to heal those back up slowly but surely from the Odin passive. The Odin unique. Do we see Skadi coming through for both players? No. That's a nice Skadi there for Rapl. Rapl forgetting his armory though. Going to be the first game of this series where Rapl is behind on tech. Normally we've been seeing him hit the tech very, very cleanly. But the armory late. I see these Ulfsarks going to attempt to get through this wooden wall here. Nice play. Going to be trying to repair this one, but the repair rate of throwing axeman or of a wall here is very slow. And there's the Skadi queued up. It's about, what is that, 80% behind though. So you're looking at 45 seconds or 50 or something like that behind on the advance time. And there's a forward town center getting grabbed by Baritchola. It's not actually forward, it's kind of Rapple's, but Rapple's kind of got security of this town center. So I like the early grab on this one. Nice play there. And we'll see if Rapl is going to do the same or not from the top town center. And there's some villagers starting to get pumped out. Frost Giant coming out as well. I'm doing that standard stuff. Do we see the instant rhyme coming out? It's not happening just yet. Villagers or Ulfsark dodging around, trying to stay alive there, but does get picked off. Villagers getting pulled off this wood line here. There's a nice and safe wood line up here, but he's just choosing to chop from the most dangerous places in the world. Lots of idle villagers here for Rapl. Need to get those back to work. And Baritchola is... Well, it's just going to be a tough time to get to the next age here. I'll tell you that much. Leaving some units up here to grab this town center as well. How much resources does he have? Very, very low on. He's actually quite close to the mythic age. Maybe going one town center mythic here may not be a bad idea at all. Because Baritchola is going to be very far behind. Can get a gold star before Baritchola can go Ragnarok here. Or you go for a fast tier as well and go for that similar Ragnarok. Just ignore this middle town center and go for that rag. But we'll see what he goes for. Looks like the town center is his first port of call, and actually he's decided to spend all his resources. So grabbing heavy infantry, hunter's axe, all those important ones. The dwarves getting pushed off this gold mine, but throwing axemen will be able to shut this down a little bit. It's the Ulfsark opting to not kill villagers and instead run away with their lives. I would recommend. Very smart play there. Now we've got Baritchola moving in to take down this location here. Trying to make some sort of attack. There is a frost. We can utilize that to kind of take down the wall if he needs to. Rapl gets his town center up though. He's starting to build some more units. Oh, a nice frost giant there. Oh, a little bit of a weird letting the frost giant finish his ability. And there's Baritchola's frost. Actually using the frost to stop any gold villages here. Mining is that's actually kind of smart. Because now Baritchola's economy is going to get further in front. And he's actually going to be able to advance to the next age. And he's also stealing some hut down in this corner, which I love. Does he have a market up somewhere? Well, all his units are in there. That's unfortunate. But he does get that big advantage of getting an extra frost onto some units there. We do see the frost giant has been sniped there by Rapl. Nice job identifying that that was a frost giant and not a 99% frost. Good. Now the frost has expired. The villagers back onto their thing, and we've got some of these throwing axemen still trying to do their thing over here. Raiding cavalry coming in, trying to surround this. Ulfsark get pushed back, but it is about to. Oh god, don't even know what's happening. We still don't see any advance times here. Rapl or Baritchola has got the resources to advance. Rapl is very far behind on it. In fact, he's kind of out of resources. He's only got a couple of chicken left, which really don't have that much food in them at all. He does have quite a bit of wood, so he can build those farms fairly easily. Now we've got that third town center going up. Ulfsark coming in, going to be picking these guys off. Do we see that upgrade? Yes, Balder on its way. Gold mine situation for Rapl is going to be tough if Baritchola goes for an immediate Ragnarok here to prevent Rapl, but he's got to have no idea how many resources that Rappel's going to have in the bank. Surely he doesn't. You got to expect Rapl to go fast, so he's going to hold on to the Ragnarok. At least you'd assume he would. Ulfsark sniping off some throwing axemen over here as well. And more frost giant getting built by Rapl. We're at 75% Balder and no Balder for Rapl. He's got his third town center up though. So the question is, can Rapl get here? He's throwing up the farms willy-nilly. He has a nice farm spot here, but he's not taking it. He'd rather put one up over here. Oh, that's so silly. There's the Mythic Age. Through Balder. Baritchola coming in now. Trying to take some fights here. Rappel's army is, again, he's very, very over-militarized army here. He's like sacrificing economy up the wazoo because he's probably sitting at full population. He is sitting at full population. He's kind of getting the resources to advance, but he's not able to afford to build these. He's getting fortified town centers. Some walls coming up over here as well. Do we see any siege coming out? Nope. Baritchola revisiting again. I think he's gonna try and do something here. Ooh, nice frost giant there to pick off this frost giant. We'll be able to pick that one off nicely. Pushing Baritchola back yet again. Bit of a loss for him, but he's still pumping out units. He's got that trade route going with some ox caravans. Nice raid from Baritchola onto this gold mine as well. We still don't see Rapl leaving here. We've got some watchtowers coming up. Or sentry towers now. Will be watchtowers. The raiding cavalry. Taking down the heavy Ulfsark. But with the town center fire, it's enough to push him back. I love this wall here as well, because if he gets this raid on these gold villages, it will matter. They can't just retreat. It looks like Rapl coming through to the Mythic Age as well, through Balder, just taking a different route. On 3 town centers first, trying to get out as many villages as he can. He's still trying to fight, 60 or 70%. We check out the civilian unit count here quite quickly. It does look like Baritchola is slightly in the lead, which does matter quite a bit in terms of the population. So we'll see. We have Huntress Axe, no Huntress Axe for Baritchola. He's sitting at 40% hack armor versus the 30% of Rapl, who does not have any upgrades to speak of in the armor department, and they do matter quite a bit for those heroes. As we said, they get 15%, so they're only 10% to heroes. And there's the Mythic Age for Rapl. Fire Giant popping out. And the The calm before the storm, hey? Rapl deciding he wants to go for it here, making a push. Barichola's got very few military units here as he's investing quite a bit into the economy. Does decide to turn around and fight this one. Raiding cavalry do a lot of damage to these throwing axemen in the back. Doesn't get the frost giant to hit the fire giant though. It gets the other frost giant to hit the other frost giant. So both are fine there. Going up some watchtowers for Rapl as well, as he's realizing that that's going to matter. Moving up to get his gold mines. We do see a random watchtower with some wooden wall segments over here. You cannot do this too abusively. It's a new rule. I think we deem that as not abuse. Got more watchtowers coming up. And Baritchola is basically just sacking units for villager space so he can get a bigger Ragnarok here. But now Rapl can make a push through. He's got Ballista coming out. He can start sieging away, take down the watchtower and such. Full bronze now out for Rapl. Baritchola probably has full bronze, or he has the important bronze things in the matchup. How's the trade route going? Got to mark it up in the corner, throwing up walls around here, but that's not going to let the ox caravan through. I have to make a gate up here, otherwise it's going to be a bit slow. See, it's chilling. Stuck. More Ballista able to take this town center down though. As Rapl is, he's actually doing quite well here to win these fights. Trying to get the frost giant on the back here to kill off the Ballista, which is working nicely, but he should have gone onto the fire giant. It's very important there. Got iron mail coming through now for Baritchola. Town center getting very low. Got 4 Ballista here, plus the town center. A couple of fire giant coming out as well as they're deciding to fight each other. This town center is getting super low. No masons out, no architects. And that's going to be huge here. As Baritchola loses that town center. You can see that he's sitting at, what, 155 or 140 population. There's a lot of gold in the bank. But going rag now, like, where do you go? Top of the map. Got to get the town center back. See what he can do. There's the Ragnarok by Baritchola. Sitting at 319 here. Population, that is. And Rapl going to be holding off. Not for very long though, just enough. Not for very long. He's only got copper. Oh, he should have just waited. Get your copper mail. I mean, get your bronze mail, get your bronze weapons. Look at the difference, 57% hack. Armor at 40%. That's huge. Ballast can sit in the back here and prevent this town center from going up for quite some time though. A little bit of a misclick there from those Ballista, and that town center will be going back up unless Rapl turns around and shoots at it, but he's just letting it go back up. No, he manages to get there just in time. The butt clinching moment. We see some rag heroes over here now. Got like 25 to 20 something. More units for Rapl coming up here. The town center looks like it will be getting taken down. There is no masons or architects. So it's a very short period of time. Population now 284 for Rapl to 298 for Baritchola. So a slight advantage there, even though this town center is taken down. Rapl does lose his town center as well. And it's looking like Rapl is actually winning this fight up here because he's got the majority of his units over. We'll see if Baritchola wants to fight this one, but I would not recommend it because there are throwing axemen here which help quite a bit, even if you do have the armory advantage here. Throwing axemen are huge. Able to push back. Baritchola gonna be retreating. Lots of Baritchola army units moving up from the back now. I think this is where everything of Rapl's is. And he's sitting with 211 to 244, so Baritchola with a significant advantage here in the population. And he's getting a surround as well. Lots of these units sitting in the back not attacking here. They need to get going. Baritchola's got iron weapons and iron mail, so his units are just so much stronger than Rapl's. And that's the big difference here in this fight, as Rapl's army is starting to just... Actually, it's looking like it's very, very close here. Somehow very, very close. Baritchola's going to have a fire giant follow-up though, because he's got a lot of resources in the bank. A lot of gold there. And Rapl's got nothing. He's got nothing in the bank. And Rapl does manage to sort of win this fight here. That fire giant have been queued up in the temple. And these heroes of Ragnarok retreating away to the tower fire. Has managed to pick off this market as well, which is huge because now the Ox Caravan are going to help Rapl re-economize, whereas Baritchola is pumping out villages, no problem. He still has a decent army though, compared to Baritchola, who's trying to get this town center back up, but doesn't really have a lot of units over here. Still has these 16 heroes of Ragnarok sitting idle. And the hill fort does get picked off. Finally, the ballots are doing their job. Still preventing this town center from going up. Villages have finally started getting built here. He's only got one town center producing though. Doesn't have any markets to speak of. And we do see Baritchola grabbing this town center back as Rapl pushing forward with his army though. Baritchola deleting his farms. That's cute. And you can see that Baritchola is sitting 140 of 140 population. Very healthy here compared to Rapl. 93 of 140. No market to speak of. Very difficult situation to be in. There's a decent army, but the fire giants here do so much. You have to focus fire giants onto fire giants, so keep the heroes of Ragnarok away from him. And he is finally doing that. Those heroes of Ragnarok have done quite a bit. There are some Jarls though to help take these ones out. There's one fire giant left, and the fire giant's still flowing in for Baritchola. We've still got a couple of hero of Ragnaroks in the back here. And Rapl is down to 47 population to Baritchola's 117. He does a bunch of hero of Ragnaroks here, and Rapl says, GG's. GG, well played by Baritchola. This is just coming down to maybe a little bit of an experience in the Ragnarok wars here. He needs to just wait on that Ragnarok. Just like wait on it. Wait for Rag. And then he wins. Every single time he just wins. He needs to just wait and he would have it. But unfortunately, did not have that one there, and Baritchola does take the series 2-1. I think he's still undefeated in this in the tournament here, so he's playing nicely, and Baritchola giving all the compliments, saying everything about Rapl's micro. It's very true. He's got some strong micro. But that only gets you so far if you're not playing aggressive. Just saying. You've got to play aggressive. You've got the better micro. It's how you win. I would have liked to have seen an attempted gold star over here, but he just didn't want to go for it. But that was the game. GG. Well played by Baritchola. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the games, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch to see when I go live. And if you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button to see when the videos come up. And I'll see you guys in the next series.